Hi, hello everybody. Today we will see information about CabbageSoft Technologies Private Limited. It is basically situated in Malad, in Mumbai and Ahmedabad, and it is a startup which is 6 years old and is growing at a very fast pace with lots of projects currently going on and multiple directions and very versatile level of development. Our motto is your problems our solution, and we have proven this motto right in the past 6 years. Let's see what we have done. So we have a products and services in store for you. The product is a helper to help our organizations grow and sustain themselves. And the services are outsourced programs that we have written. So we will start with products and then we will go to services. After services, we will go to use cases. Whatever we have developed, and then we will discuss what about our social network. So to summarize the starting background, ours is a startup with product and services both delivered in the correct programming language of your choice, and efficient servers and excellent testers. So the first product we will discuss is root sales, which is also known as van sales. Suppose there is a courier person who has to go to a number of places. So instead of him doing this manual work, we can generate an e-invoice and he can put it in the locker in the ground basement. So that e-invoice will be uh, easily available for every um, um, auditing system to audit. So suppose the courier guy has gone to the ground floor instead of third and fourth floor and deposited the letters there. Then this automated receipts has its own barcode. That means it can be easily verified if it is authentic or not authentic. Then it has a clear uh, vision. So is it easy to use? Normally it is sent as an email in PDF format. So it can be you can have that on the go also in mobile Gmail. So that was the basics. But the most important point in this is the e-invoice which is generated is sent to the Tally software. Tally software is an accounting software like QuickBooks of Intuit. So it manages all the accounts. So it is connected to Tally. So whatever e-commerce papers have been generated are sent to the Tally, and all the refunds and payments and double purchases, then refurbished purchases. All these purchases are sent to Tally, and Tally has the admin panel, which through which we can change these dimensions. It is also sent to the URA, but URA has many shortcomings. Like suppose if a person has by mistake taken a person's suppose my ID is 12345, but I have taken the by mistake the inverse of 12345 6. So what has happened is it is a very painstaking process. You have to send the letter and then it has to be acknowledged. Then the person should be available and many questions. But e-invoice, in e-invoice, if you take the other person invoice, that is an admin panel which can restore the which can delete the transaction, and it can recreate other transaction and with minimal charges. Next, we will see the features of root sales. Root sales main features are it is a three-click invoice generator. So once you download and install the app from the Play Store or the App Store in case of MacBook, it can if it has just three clicks. Like you have to enter your name or email ID or phone number, whatever the authentication method is. And after you will get an OTP on email or mobile as per your choice, and then it will be registered successfully. After after logging in successfully, you will be told to enter the invoice number, whatever the invoice was. After entering the invoice number, a PDF will be generated, and there will be a download button. So you can download the PDF, and this e-invoice is sent to your mail and is BCC to Tally. So it blind carbon copy to Tally. So and this is end-to-end encrypted, so no one other than the user and the client can know what is the contents of the e-invoice. So it is mobile based also and web based also. So if you are on the go and you want to buy something with in urgency, so it can be done as well. And it has offline mode also. So what happens is sometimes your mobile center is gone on, it is out of coverage area, or your phone is battery low. So what happens is it has a push notification server. In addition to the registration server which manages the registrations, the push notification server which manages all the notifications that the user receives. So after my phone's battery is charged up, I will receive the uh, e-invoice as quickly as possible. Then it is a easy to read report. Like normally when you go to a grocery store, the reports are not that easier to read. They're blurred. Some of them are erased. So the font size is small. The letter spacing is small. But in this, it is easy to understand this report. Next is the stock and price control. So suppose if you have a restriction on a particular number of things that a person has to buy. So suppose I can't buy 10 bananas at the maximum bananas that I can buy is 5. So if in that case it will not allow. But in some cases through admin, if I request the admin for one day, can I get 10 bananas? So the admin will respond with it will change it in the database, and it will price control it will do. So this price is controlled. Stock adjustment is the suppose I have 8 mangoes and 10 bananas, but I want 10 mangoes. So to compensate on that, we will give you 8 mangoes and some other product as a compensation for that. That is called stock adjustment. So this is all about root sales. Now we will go to our next product. That is Shikana Kono. Shikana Kono. Hello. Yes. Shikana Mono software increases the speed, efficiency, productivity, and proficiency of a business. We'll check how does it increase speed. Normally, what happens is when there's an API call, it is first validated in the client. Then cookies are generated. Then it has to send the CSRF token, that is cross-site request token, as a hidden feed to control cross-site request forgery attacks. Then it has to use repair statement. So I need the form of technique which protects it from the XSS side scripting and SQL injection attacks. So and sometimes there is also denial of service attacks due to multiple DNS requests. To avoid all these things taking place in a pipeline or differentiate the no center point of control, we can develop an app which has all the central authority to handle all these things in one go. So what it will do is it will minimize the amount of software you are using, so the complexity will be less. It will have multiple less points of failure. The margin of error means the error happening probability is less, and the feature is that only takes 5 to 10 seconds to integrate, and it is plug and play. So you can remove it whenever you want. You can use it whenever you want, and it comes with 98% accuracy. One more thing is that it can be integrated um, in bulk upload. So if I buy, you can say X product from a company, in my personal company, you can upload the two invoices in one go. That is about the main part of the kind of features. Features is again you get a invoice that will sales invoice of the highest quality, then debit card and credit card notification. Then you can have purchase reconciliation, because suppose instead of I have misplaced my bag and my bag has got interchanged, so that purchase you will get whatever you wanted. That is reconciliation of purchase. And controlling it middleware, meaning that we check the person's credit card number, if it is a credit card or Google Pay barcode, if it is Google Pay at the middleware. And then suppose a person has to cancel the order through credit card or debit card, it is also possible. And product creation is also possible. Like suppose product creation is the implementation of a demand and supply. So if uh, uh, the stock of X material is decreasing rapidly, it so the stock is less, so it can immediately raise a ticket from the admin, and that stock will be more. Right? So it has stock tracking and manufacturing for stock tracking. Now we move to end-to-end. End-to-end is employee management system for people. Like how many, like I will give you examples. Like how many employees are coming regularly to the office? How many employees are having lots of holidays? What are the timings that they are coming at? Like are they coming on time, or are they late, or very early, or they are leaving very early? How many hours they are working for? The quality of work, like is it the work ethic is good or bad? Then the active participation in meetings and group discussions, and all the notice period negotiations and probation period tests. All these, are they providing sportsmanship? Are they playing as a team? Are they working as a team? And is their behavior decent and not rude? So all these things are taken care of in Ant-Man. Ant-Man has multilingual support, so it works in various languages. The features are that Ant-Man supports multiple vendors like Windows, iOS, Android. Then employee tracking is there via Google Maps, is integrated with Google Maps, and provides real-time estimate and billing. So it provides multilingual support as we discussed earlier, offline support as we discussed in push notification, using push notifications, then expenses tracking. So this is more one thing which is the most important thing. Like expenses tracking means suppose if a person has bought employee has bought 10 um, print papers of it, but no need of 10. So it will the next time it will have he will has to face a fine. At and attendance, like are the people attending the meetings, are the people attending any other events, are they attending group discussions and everything else. The next product we are going to discuss is the delivery chalan. Chalan means receipt, so it's delivery receipts. So in delivery chalan, we track the delivery of product from one place to another. That the product can be through any shipping provider like Blue Dart, FedEx, delivery. So all these shipping providers are tracked. So suppose if I have placed an order, what will happen? I will do parsing of their website. Like for BlueDart, I will go to BlueDart website. I will parse the website using web scraping. Web scraping is a technique in which you can find out how what tag has what value. So I will do web scraping, and after web scraping, I will enter the receipt number which I have receipt number which I have using, and I will find if the order is in correct hands, is in time, is not spoiled, it is not misplaced. All these things I will check. So items can be refunded in this. So how it what it does is, since it tracks the goods and services, it can easily a person can easily check if the item is not perfect. So it can what it can do is it can create another product and it will send the product to the user. So firstly, since it is automated, it simplifies financial calculations. Then it reduces the manpower required. So that much money the company can save. So after it can the order can be cancelled as and when there is some problem. So the user will know beforehand that this product is lost. So it also does an analysis of lost data, like lost price, lost money to the company, then material loss, like suppose two cylinders of petrol are lost, so that it takes care of. Since it next features, it tracks goods in every specific period of times. Again, I discussed and this entire slide has been discussed. But it also gives deliveries alert. Like suppose if in 7 days the product is not come, then it is a email has to be sent, automated email or an SMS. Then if the product is spoiled in the midway, then it also it also uh, it also tells that. And suppose if you want to know how we offer comprehensive web development services to help businesses establish an online presence. So suppose there is a task which can be automated for the big enterprises, and to gather popularism and mouth-to-mouth publicity, we can help them develop that apps. So one example I wanted to give you is that there was a company named Air India. In 2019, we did a project with them, but that project wasn't but what we did is we maintained a coupon management system. So whatever happens, suppose when the boarding passes, everyone has got boarding pass and they are waiting for the jetty. What will happen is the boarding pass against the boarding pass there will be uh, coupon number which will estimate the which aircraft they are going through, and inside that coupon number there will be a token number. So if I come, I have 13th passenger to come after the into the boarding hall, So I will get a token of 30. It will be stored in the server. So suppose if a person is not come, so it will remain blank. So suppose there are out of 20, 30 people have come. So if I go, I token number will be 14 and coupon number will be Bombay Bangalore airplane. So that is the product we did, but it was not basically like that is EFD. So since we have a token one system, it decreases the amount of manpower and avoids duplication of work. And possibility of employee data missing or misplacement is avoided. So you just need to have that app installed on the mobile. POS. Because everything is online, you can change things equally. Then we move to POS. It is basically a software that generates the invoice, e-invoice for everything that the organization has about, like purchase, sales, credit card notification, stock address. The use of this, there's no need to use the government portal, which is very slow, and it works in offline mode using push notifications and possibility of e bad e-invoice generation is avoided. And next, it also supports stock adjustment, and it can be you can upgrade your mobile. If your mobile number is changed, you can upgrade your mobile number through KYC, or through if you have a voter card or any other address proof. Now we'll come to services. In services, we have six types: web development, app development, IoT solutions, ERP, there's enterprise resource planning, talent development, and resources augmentation. So web development is basically very simple to be there. We help people develop good, elegant, decent, aesthetic, and decorative websites. So, and with very high search engine optimization techniques, so that a page comes first and your market size goes up in um, a very less time. If you, at first we start with the client giving us the requirements, the UI basic UI, then the event handling, then the CSS, that is styling, and testing, and the duration. So basically all these things are there, and the many websites we build like GoCred, Hirepay, designed to build. We have built many websites, and the amount of time we take is like maybe 2 weeks for the website, and two testers we have. So you can say total 1 month from end to end, like from front end to back end. No, nothing is outsourced. Everything is done in house. Then we use Bootstrap 3, HTML5, jQuery API, and plugins, JavaScript, object-oriented JavaScript, then Node.js, AngularJS, and React Native and Android Native. So then we move to app development. In app development, we have two types of apps. One is the web app, next is the native app. The app development is done using Android and Android Native, and the web development is done using the React with Redux and React Native. So the application development takes minimal space. So we have all our apps are lightweight apps. So it is easy to use, it is quick to use, and it is very secure because we are using Node.js with SQL as ORM, and all the uh, like all the attack types of attacks we are uh, nullifying. So that was about the app development. Then IoT solutions. IoT is basically a technique in which you create a device which can do some task wirelessly or through a connection. So, if one project I remember in 2019 we did was like we had a Java Swing application, and using this Java Swing application, you can wirelessly amplify or de-amplify speaker. So suppose in a Java Swing application, I write 10 decibels. So the speaker will have 10 decibels. So if I change it to 100, the speaker will have 100 decibel voice. So that was an IoT solution. Next, we work on enterprise resource planning. So basically, we help startups and mid-scale companies to to from start to end how to build a product like prototyping, then Scrum, then Jira. Using Jira, how to tackle the issues and how to have weekly meetings to discuss and how to have a Google Meet uh, integration to work as a team, how to use any desk, how to use Linux commands and all these, and how to attend the trainings for new products like Magento and blockchain, etc. Tally development is a development of accounting software which takes care of all your accounts in the best possible way. At CabbageSoft Technologies, we offer comprehensive resources augmentation. So, what is at CabbageSoft? We offer comprehensive resources augmentation services like what is the onboarding of people, how the people are selected, how is their first week, how is their coordination with the manager, how are they comfortable with other people, like how do they know what other people technologies are used, so and how much time they can spend in the office, how much time they can travel, how much holidays they are taking, all these things are met in resources augmentation. Then our work, we have developed some great work, not boasting but SuperSnap coach talent work with at I name is Gino, the auditor, Ant-Man, delivery channel, Callman, Blue Mart, Hirepay, Google, Albert, D2B. All these you can say are our flagship products. So I will go to three products which I was a part of and I'm still a part of. The Hirepay is an app which generates an admin panel to control and track the selected goods and services, like how are they reaching their destination, is the process proper, how many people to hire, like how many people to change and their routes, like what should be a deadline, and all these things are done in hierarchy. So one example I can give is suppose I want to send 24 karat gold from Goa to Gujarat, and it has some ID. So what it does is if you have that, if you are registered on the highway, it will the receiving person will know where the the jewelry is. So jewelry or any goods and services. I'm just giving you one example. So next we will go to GoCredit. GoCredit is basically a credit card management system. Every company uh, nowadays have three tier sales management hierarchy. So what happens is there is a pre-sales person which takes the selling. works on the marketing. Then after marketing, the software requirements, specification and scope, and all the design and UI UX guidelines are uh, are sent to the respective technical person, technical team, and the technical team manager tells the junior managers and works with them, and then they send it to the uh, client to show them their progress. This is a three-tier technology. So Gokren had this how the credit cards companies will manage them. So it was helping credit card companies manage credit cards, like cancellation of credit cards, duplication of credit cards, and removal of credit cards, expiration of credit cards. Then want to upgrade to some from Coral to Platinum, like that. All these things were done in GoCred. In G2B, like it was designed to build. So this was a special project that we have worked on, and I still remember it was a very great project. We worked in Hirepay, we worked in PHP Laravel as and PHP Excel, a library, and in GoCred we used React JS with Redux. So in D2B also we use React JS with Redux, and both GoCred and D2B we use SQLized ORM and Node.js for API. And all these works we are constantly testing them using Postman client, then Scrum, then Jira, then Agile methodologies. Then we have two testers working uh, full time. So even the projects are good, we have a lot of testers and lots of techniques we have to safeguard ourselves. And D2B coming back, uh, we developed a website which automated the tasks of planning and management. So suppose I want on one day three carpenters, two x other people and three other people. So what I will do is I will have an admin panel which will enter the people. But it is a cumbersome task because there are many things which are many dimensions which are present in a construction. Suppose there are a person who I want to change, but since it is already uh, uh, dependent on some other person is dependent on that person, so I can't delete that. So what will I do in such cases? We have to take the consideration of the website. So what we will do is, first thing is we will divide the whole construction process in a subtask and task. So suppose I want to develop a construction site. So first what I will do is, first I will check what is the carpenter. Then I will check the ironsmith. Then I will check the manager, the construction manager, civil engineer. Then the workshop people. Then the plumber, and all these people, and the method accountant, a chartered accountant. So and some bank people. So all these things, the first thing is the estimation. So what is the estimation of first floor? What is the estimation of paving? How much cost it will require? How much manpower will should be given this much? What is the hours that the manpower should be given? What is the designation? When should he be promoted? Then what type of build construction it is? Like you can divide a construction into many parts. So all these things we developed the software. This was about our work. Then the technologies used, we use many technologies, and all are like industry pro technologies. Like many people are, many top-notch companies are using these level of technology. We have Bitbucket and Git lab for our code base. So in that we have multiple branches. The master branch is there, and uh, in the every person has a branch. Uh, every person has a branch of that, and it uploads it to the branch and it downloads it from the downloads the master from the branch. So each one can work independently. So this is about GitLab and Bitbucket. We have many people who are working as PHP developers and PHP Laravel mainly, and then PHP Excel also. Then in front end we are using HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, jQuery, API plugins, and all these new AngularJS and all these new uh, frameworks and libraries we are using native React and React.js with Redux for many projects. So basically, this is the website, and for app we are using Android and Android native. Uh, Moving ahead, this is our team. Abhijit Agarwal is our test executive senior. So we have two testers. One is Abhijit Agarwal, and next will come in the next slide. So Abhishek Tiwari is a React native person, and Akash Jha has the is a manager of many projects. And the architect is Dinesh Sutar, or many other employees like Faisal Gopal, Pranali, and Kuldeep Prajapat, Megha Shah was the head of HR and Finance. Nirav Shah is the CEO and co-founder, and Rohit Pathak and Neeraj are test interns. They are based in Mumbai and Ahmedabad, and our phone number is 7710097733. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions, you're most welcome, and you can write all your feedback or questions at info@cabbagesoft.com. We are socially active, so we have accounts on social networking sites like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. I don't say thank you for watching.